Welcome back, my fellow gamers, to the Party Arcade. We're always hanging out playing old school arcade games, video games on the consoles. You name it, we're here to play it. Let's do this. Man, this is a killer collection of games. Now, most people remember SNK for their fighting games. This 40th collection has a lot of good games, and they're not fighting games. I think there's one or two. There's a lot of stuff here you could check out. I just want to highlight the games for you guys because there is one game that I plan to play tonight. Now I'm going to show you the track mode and the games, that way you get an idea of the games here. I'm not going to try to make this a long video showing you every game and every nook and cranny of the games, but I just want to show you a little taste of the games. There's about 25 of these suckers. And there's a lot of good ones. There's a few, strange ones. There's some games on here that I've never played before, and there's games I've never heard of before. This is like a light gun game here. But there's games on here that are strictly arcade, and there's games that are strictly, console, and there's some that are both. So that's kind of cool. But you get a little mixture. For the money, I mean, I think it came out for like 40 bucks, and it came out, oh man, like 2019. It was on all the platforms, But yeah, I think it was like 40 bucks when it came out, and then for me, I love physical copies, so I usually kind of let the hype die down. Everybody's after it. Jumping on it when it first comes out. And I know after a while, all this stuff does go on sale. So anything that's a collection, that's a common collection, like this collection of games, I didn't feel a need to buy it when it first came out. Now, unless you have like a connection to it, like I do for the Atari, like you saw the video I did just recently on the Atari 50th, talking about that collection. Now see, I had to buy that brand new, and to me it's worth every penny. So it kind of depends on your background, what you grew up with, if these games were your childhood games. For me, I remember SMK like a lot of fighting games, like most people do. But there were a few games, especially in this collection here, that I recognized. I'm like, oh yeah, I used to play that a lot. So a lot of these games, either number one, I didn't play or never played before, or number two, haven't played in years. So I was, getting used to checking it out and see, thinking, when was the last time I did play it? This is one of the games I used to play as in the arcade. I used to remember throwing a lot of quarters in it. It's really a kick-ass game. But once again, this is a game that I've never played since, late 80s, early 90s. So yeah, and the games like this one I've never really played before. So I look forward to playing a lot of these games. As I buy a lot of these collections, I hop into the ones I really want to play immediately. Like this one's another one I've never played before, but looks interesting. Will I play some of these games on the channel? Maybe. I don't know. I do know that I just want to highlight this collection for you guys. That way, if you've never seen it before, you can check it out. But there's just one game on here, and it's at the end of the list here, because as you can see, it's going alphabetical order. That I haven't played since I was a kid. I remember I would play it often, but not super often, because of the fact that there was other games I would need to play, like, my go-tos. Like I had to play some Miss Pac-Man. I had to play, Gyrus and Galaga and Robotron and, some of the other games I highlighted on the channel, like, Dragon Slayer. And, those ate a lot of my quarters. Here's a game we can play tonight. It's Vanguard. For you guys who don't remember it, it plays like Scramble a little bit. It's something that I enjoyed playing. Let me go down to the last one. I want to show you this last game here because I want to go into some Vanguard gameplay. And it's another shooter here. As you saw, there was, I think, one fighting game. So, yeah, it does have a fighting game. And then if you count some of the other ones, they're shooter fighter games. But yeah, Vanguard's really, you know, I really enjoyed. And it's just one thing about this game here. Unlike Scramble, fuel is replenished by destroying the enemies. So running out of fuel is less common than like Scramble, because Scramble, man, you know, you always run out of fuel. And so let's go ahead and dive in here. Man, this takes me back. Now let me go here to show you. There is a way to to modify stuff. I try to leave everything as is. The only thing I changed was this right here. It's got the side art. I didn't care for that, so I just turn it off. And you know, to me, looking at the screen back in the days, that's all I saw was blackness anyway. Let's go ahead and start the game. Now, being it's on the PS4, and it's the actual, oh, this is the hard part for me. I was wanting to shoot him. I'm like, oh yeah, but it runs out of time, and then you know, you have to not die. There you go. See? And then you go back into the energy. I don't know why, but the music and just the way I played Scramble a lot. Maybe that's it. Uh-oh. Ah. I'm not doing too bad for not playing it since I was a kid. Okay. Yeah. And I think if you die, you put your quarter in, and I think you continued. I'm not 100%. I don't remember. I'm just. Uh-oh. I'm just thinking the hat continues. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh. I remember them being a problem as a kid. Uh-oh. That's why I just need to remember to shoot down first. Okay, it's coming back to me, man. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, it's going to get a little tricky on me. Uh-oh. See? Now I have to worry about them behind me a little bit. Oh, no. Not bad for not playing it since forever. That's cool. Players can be allowed to start the game from the same zone in 30 seconds. Okay. Yeah, that's right. See, I was trying to remember. I think you continue. Uh-oh. I remember it. Oh no. I remember it getting really super crazy. And I don't remember why I think it's going to get super crazy, unless it's going to do something like unexpected. Oh. And if you look to the top right side, there's like a little guide there. But you know, as a kid, I'm like going, okay, that's the changing of the pattern. But I never would remember to look at. Let me go on one more time. Yeah, that's how it was as a kid. Okay, another quarter. Yeah, it's really cool to get this back in my collection. I've been collecting a lot of these. Uh-oh. A lot of these. Oh man. Arcade games on these collections, and they're. What was really impressed, like what Digital Eclipse is doing, is, you know, doing that little museum experience. I'm glad that's being picked up on. So hopefully, I might highlight some of that, like some of the games that come with those collections, like I did with the Atari, because the Atari has so many good games on it. Oh no, man, Chew Jeff, you suck. Well, it's been a minute. We're gonna let this wind down and see if we get my initials up here. But yeah, it's been really cool to play some of these games, especially the ones you remember and love. Um, I didn't know that, when this game came out, and man, I remember the cabinet looking really cool. Press the start button. No initials. Oh, I guess you have to just get high score. Man, it's been forever. Well, guys, thanks for the hang time. Big shout out to all the new subscribers to the Party Arcade 77. This is a channel I started not too long ago. It's still underground, so I appreciate all you new guys coming aboard and being the what I call the OGs. You're here at the very beginning of all this. Let me go ahead and start here and try to beat the high score. Until next time, my fellow gamers, game on. I know if you hang out the channel, you'll realize that there's so many cool arcade games I love playing, and I give you a little bit of the history and how I remember the game, how I remember the game, and do when I played it for the first time and all that. And this one, I just remember playing it, you know, a lot. As you can see, you just want to go further and further, and I gotta miss this guy. Okay. Until next time, game on. Laters.